Blessed day, everyone. Happy Thursday. Blessings to Charlie Kirk's family. May they be able to find peace. And blessings to all the families who lost loved ones on 9/11. May they rest in peace. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, yesterday was an absolutely terrible day, but the best thing we can all do is stay strong. So, today in the Hobbit kitchen, I am going to make some healthy broccoli soup. I've got 1 onion, 2 carrots, 2 celery stalks, and 2 broccoli crowns. And yes, I did take my gun with me to the grocery store today. Sometimes I take it, sometimes I don't, but now I will not be leaving the house without it. Anyway, we're gonna chop up the carrots and celery a bit smaller than usual, same with the onion, and then I'm just gonna dice up the broccoli crowns. Now that I've got everything chopped up, I went with a small dice today. I'm gonna start by sauteing the onions, carrots, and celery in just a little bit of olive oil. These are the spices I'll be using for the soup today. Well, I just fumbled my cutting board and lost half my carrots, onions, and celery to my floor. But, moving on. Shit happens, I guess. That really sucks. Now that the floor and counter are all cleaned up, I can get back to this. So I'm going to saute what's left of the carrots, onions, and celery. I'm going to start with a little salt and pepper. Once these become a little translucent, I'm also going to saute the broccoli a bit before I add in the liquid and the rest of the seasoning and spices. A little fresh garlic. Gotta have that garlic. Now for the broccoli. Just want to get a light saute on this before I add the liquid. It really affects the flavor of the soup in a great way. Now, I'm going to add a little dry mustard, smoked paprika, a little pinch of cayenne pepper, or however much you want, some onion powder, and a pinch of red pepper. Just going to bloom all these spices for a minute, and then I'm going to add 4 cups of water and the fresh thyme. In case you're wondering why you always see me using bottled water even when I cook, the tap water in the town I live in, not safe to drink. Now, I'm going to let this come up to a boil and then turn it down and cover it to sit on a low simmer for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'm going to add in a packet of Lipton noodle soup mix. So distracted, I almost forgot the fresh thyme. There we go. That's all for now from the Hobbit kitchen, but I'll be back later to show you this completed soup.